My plan today is to make some nice bao buns and deliver them down to some NHS key workers. We're going to start off just making the mix up, leave them to prove for a couple of hours, and then we'll start making the bao buns afterwards. So for this you will need 525 grams of plain flour, 1.5 tablespoons of caster sugar, 50 mils of milk. If you want to make these vegan, turn that to almond milk or oat milk, whichever other milk which you'd use normally as a vegan. We've got 1 teaspoon of dried yeast. We've got a tablespoon of vinegar. We've got a teaspoon of baking powder, 200 ml of water, and then for some fillings we've got some nice oyster mushrooms and some chicken which we've already got cooked down. We start off just adding the 525 grams of plain flour. The sugar goes into there as well, and then we just give that a little mix, incorporate that through. Nicely mixed through, and then with your yeast we've got 1 tablespoon of warm water just to activate that yeast. We give that a little mix, dissolve that. All that yeast is dissolved into there. We add that into our flour mix, all in there. 50 ml of milk goes in there. We add the vinegar, that goes in. And we've got a little bit of a tablespoon of veg oil going in there as well. Mix that through nicely. And we start adding the 200 ml of water to form that dough. It's coming together as a nice dough now. Give that a good knead, about 5 minutes, nice and smooth. I've been kneading that for a good 5 minutes now, nice and smooth, nice elastic. Yep, finish that off. Nice bowl. Just want to oil that slightly, got a bit of spray oil. Just goes in there. Sit that in there, get a damp cloth, set that over the top, and I've just got a bit of string just to go around, hold that cloth in place. Okay, put that into somewhere nice and warm, let that prove for 2 hours or double it in size. Let's have a look at this dough. It's been 2 hours now. That's nicely risen. Onto a clean surface. Just punch it down. We should still have our baking powder. That just sprinkles over this, and then roll it back up, give it a good knead. Okay, Knead that again for a good 5 minutes. So that's been a good 5 minutes kneading that. Now we just roll it out to a long sausage. Got a nice long sausage, about 3 centimetres in diameter. We want to be cutting this 3 centimetre again. Got about 20 out of that, and then roll each one in your palms into a ball. Then leave them for about 2 to 3 minutes just to rest. Whilst those are resting, what we need is a large baking sheet and then some squares of greaseproof paper. So once you've cut all those out, get 1 square greaseproof, one of your balls with a rolling pin, roll it out into an oval, a little bit of spray oil or veg oil, whichever you wish, put it on there, just fold over. Just leave that on your baking tray. You can use a chopstick to help you with this. I'm just using a drinking straw, put in the middle, fold that over, pull it out, there you have. So lay them out onto your baking sheet. Once you have them all rolled out, like so, we need to cover those with a little bit of oiled cling film and leave to rest for another hour till they double up in size, and then we can look at steaming them. We've got our bao buns now on the second proof. Take about an hour on that. So we're going to look at what fillings we're going to be putting into there. We've got some oyster mushrooms. And we're going to turn these into almost like a pulled oyster mushroom with a barbecue, bulgogi Korean barbecue sauce on that, which I've made previously. It's on a previous video. You're welcome to have a look at that and see the recipe on that. So with these oyster mushrooms, all we do is just pull them apart, just shred them down. It's got that fibrous sort of texture, so it will get the right texture, same as a pulled pork or your duck would get for your bao buns. Shred all those down. We'll also do the same with some chicken. So 2 options for the guys of the NHS. We'll have some vegetarian mushroom and we've got some pulled chicken. So the pulled chicken was a bit of chicken I had left over from a roast last night. I've just shredded some of that down and we'll add that same bulgogi marinade sauce onto those as well. That's those mushrooms nicely shredded down. We need to get a pan on, so we'll cook these down, get a pan nice and hot, a little drizzle of sesame oil going in there. This is the bulgogi sauce made previously. Really nice sticky soy based sauce. All those mushrooms going into that. As those cook down nicely, just add a couple of tablespoons of that bulgogi sauce in there. Come down really nice. Looks very much like your pulled pork. Sprinkle a little bit of sesame seed over that. There's your bulgogi mushrooms ready to go straight into your bao buns once we've got those cooked. Delicious. So the mushrooms ready to go. Just set those aside. And with the chicken's already cooked, I've shredded that down by hand. And then all I'm going to do is add some of that bulgogi sauce into that to bring it together. No need to reheat this at this stage. This is cold, this is cold. And then if we want to serve it hot on top of the bao buns, we heat it up then. We don't need reheating the chicken again and again, otherwise we're going to create food poisoning. Okay. So we've got the chicken in the bowl, add a little bit of the bulgogi, mix it through. Job done. The dough's had its second proof now, gone up in size quite nice now. So I've just got a normal veg steamer on the stove there, a little bit of water in the bottom, and this is why we put it on the individual sheets of greaseproof, as when we lift them up we can just place them into the steamer. Do 2 at a time in here, and then straight on the steamer for 7 minutes each. They come out really nice. And there you have your bao buns, really nice and light, fluffy. Now we just need to gear all this stuff up together. We're heading off to feed the NHS. Enjoy.